to do a review of Hotel Xcaret Arte in the Riviera Maya area of Mexico. Give you a little background. We stayed 6 nights in a river suite. We had 2 rooms and we had 2 16-year-old boys with us. So come along with us as we tell you what we liked and disliked about the resort. We were not given a free or a discounted stay in exchange for our review, so our thoughts are 100% our own. What's the best meal you had?
I like the Asian restaurant. It was the best. The hibachi was excellent. The best I've ever had at any resort. What was your favorite restaurant?
So this question was pretty hard because I feel like the food was overall really good, but I'm gonna agree with Kev. I loved the hibachi at Tashido, which was a bit shocking to me because we almost always skip hibachi at resorts because traditionally they're just not that good. It's kind of like bland, and it just never has been a meal that we're like, okay, we should sit down and do this. Here it was phenomenal. Like, it was so good. I think it was better than what we get at home, and I almost wish I had it a second time. What did you think about the room?
It was beautiful, excellent. They give you a lot of amenities. The bathroom is huge, the shower area, a separate toilet. There's a nice dining room table, a couch, and the bed is very comfy. I think that's probably one thing that Brittany's gonna say. And what'd you think about the room?
I loved the room. The bed was so comfortable, and that's a big thing for me because I just sleep horribly, but the bed was great. They do provide so many amenities. Like, pretty much you could show up with no toiletries and you would be fine, which, as people who only take carry-ons with them, that's like a really great perk because like you don't need to take basically anything. And if you need something else, just call. Like today we got more toothpaste and more shaving cream and it's no problem. My 2 complaints would be that I wish, so they have a red do not disturb button and I wish they would have a green button, meaning please service the room, because most days our room was not getting cleaned until like after 3 p.m. and that's when we're ready to come in. Like, we're coming in around 4 o'clock, we're ready to take a shower, just like get ready for dinner. So to combat that, I've called a couple times being like, hey, we're gonna be out of the room, we're gonna be at the spa, we're gonna be at the park. Do you mind coming and cleaning our room first thing? Same with turn down service. Sometimes they come at 5 p.m. and sometimes they come at 9:30 p.m. I'd love to just put the green button on when we're going out for the night and then they know, okay, clean this room, don't clean this room. Second would be the air conditioning. It works great. However, I don't know if it resets at different points of the day, and I don't know if it's something that's automatic or if it's something that's happening when housekeeping is coming in. But the range is from 66 degrees to 74 degrees, and occasionally we'll come in, well, every day, multiple times a day, and it'll be back up to 74. So I've just made a habit of when I come in to just check the air and just bump it back down to 66 because I want it freezing. But when it's on and like at 66, it's very cold. So the air definitely works. I just don't know what is making it go back up to 74. But I think those are my only 2 complaints. The room was great, really nice. What was your favorite pool?
The Diseño pool. It had food service, drink service, obviously. It had a great rooftop view right over the ocean and the main pool. What was your favorite pool?
So Kev and I are just on point today. I'm gonna go with the rooftop pool at Casa Diseño, and the reason for that is because they serve food there for lunch, and also the service was just phenomenal. As soon as you walk in, they greet you, they escort you to your chair, they get your towel out, they ask you if you need sunscreen, bug spray, whatever you need, they're there for you all day. They remember you. Like, just the best service came from that pool.
Yeah, shout out to Josue and Ruben.
So during our stay, we went to 3 parks. We went to the Xcaret Park, we went to the Zenses Park, and we went to Explore Fuego. What was your favorite park?
It was a tough choice between Zenses and Explore Fuego. I would go with Explore Fuego. I loved the water ride there. It was very fun. and the ropes course was fun, and the ATV. What was your favorite park?
I agree. It was so hard to choose. I really like them both 50-50. I don't know. I maybe would choose Senses because it's just a little more mild and more my speed, and I thought it was so interesting. You wouldn't do those things anywhere else. You could do zip lines other places, and you could do slides and stuff, but the Fuego Park was so much fun. So I don't know, it's hard to choose. I think I'm gonna do Senses just because it's different, but the parks were awesome. What did you think about the beach?
Well, it's beautiful water. The beach is rocky, but sand feels nice. But what do you think of the beach?
It's all right. I mean, it's actually better. The water, anyway, is better than I expected. It's nice and turquoise in a lot of areas. The sand is nice. It is rocky. You can get in the water. There is a lifeguard. So for us, it doesn't really matter because we are not beach people. We like to be in the pool but see the ocean. So if you're someone that wants to be all day on the beach, I would not say this is for you. But if you just want to come down occasionally, hop in the water, and go back up to the resort, I think it's fine.
But there is the river area, which is beautiful, and you can sit on it.
Yeah, the river is so refreshing. So we're here in August. I guess I didn't say that in the beginning of the video. We are here in August of 2024, so it is hot. And the river is just so nice to just jump in and totally cool off. We're taking a quick dip in the pool to tell you, what is your favorite bar?
It's the Pyramid Wet Bar right behind us. What is your favorite bar?
Same. Keva and I are just on point today. So we're going to take this time to meander over to our favorite bar and tell you what our favorite drinks are. What's your favorite drink?
The coconut margarita. It wasn't too sweet. Some of the other mixes were very sweet, and shout out to Julio, makes the best drinks. What's your favorite drink?
But also talk about the coconut flakes that come on top of a lot of the drinks.
Oh yeah, the coconut flakes. We never had that anywhere, and they put it right on top.
The toasted coconut flakes come on so many drinks, and they're so yummy. And then I'm gonna go with my old standby, the Mojito, because that's what I drank the most of. So I guess that's gonna be my favorite this go around. Cheers. What was your favorite thing about the resort overall?
Being able to go to all the parks, which was included. What was your favorite thing about the resort?
The beauty and uniqueness of the resort. It just really is like any other resort in the area, and it was just so gorgeous. Also, the food was really good, and I'm someone that really does not like buffets, and the Mercado buffet was just fabulous at all times. And like Kev said, the parks, that was just such an added bonus. Would you come back to this resort?
Yes, I would definitely come back. There's so much to do, so much to see, so many parks to visit that are included. Would you come back?
Absolutely. I think the probability of us coming back is extremely high. You could be here forever, and I still think you would find new things that you didn't see the last time, new things to do, new foods to try. There's just so much variety here, and it's such a unique property. What would you rate the resort from a 1 to a 10? And we have not spoken about these answers, so
8, 9, and that's a 10th of a point over Atelier, and
that's the highest. Atelier.
That's the highest Mexican resort I have. Not the highest resort, but the highest Mexican resort, and that's only because there's so much to do here. What's your rating?
9.3, which is also over for Atelier. I mean,
10th.
We're just calling them out left and right here in this video. What would you change about the resort?
More signage in the resort. This place is very easy to get lost, so more signage. A main lobby bar, one that's center-ish, one that's accessible from all the buildings, and then also maybe one more coffee shop, because this place is so big. What would you change about the resort?
At a lobby bar, there is no main meeting point here. So we love like a pre or a post dinner drink, and there's no bar that we have found anyway that is not in a restaurant or at a pool. And it's just like, I don't want to go to a bar before dinner when people are still in their bathing suits. I'm not into that at all. More direction at arrival. So had you not done a ton of research, or had you not booked with a travel agent who is very familiar with this property, I don't really think you would have any idea what you were walking into. So when we arrived, the only information that we were given is that if you lose your wristband room key, it is a $150 fee, and that the beach bag in the room is a gift for us to keep. Nothing about reservations, how to get anywhere, the parks. There just was zero information. Speaking about arrival, this is the second resort that we were not escorted to our room. So we arrived at 10 a.m. Our room is ready at 3 p.m. We went to check in and at 3 p.m. and get our wristbands all set up. And they were like, okay, yep, you're good to go. Go find your room. Yeah. And that was just so interesting to me. And the only other resort that has happened at is at a Catalonia resort, which is like a quarter of the price of here. It is very budget friendly. So I sort of understand it there. A resort of this caliber, they should absolutely be escorting you to your room. We met another couple and they were lost for like an hour trying to find their room on their first day. And then I'd love to see the water bottle situation change on property. Currently they are in glass bottles. And that makes it a little difficult because even at the gym, they're in glass bottles, and it's like, how could you be like running and like trying to drink out of a glass bottle? And then 2 nights, I've almost dropped my water off the nightstand. So I'm fine with like an eco-friendly option, but maybe like a hard plastic or something like that. Do you have any extras?
I do. More time here. There's so much to do here. You could spend like 3 weeks between the resort and going to all the parks. And a menu at the coffee shop. Let me know what you have at the coffee shop. I mean, the ladies were very nice there, friendly. They remembered me after the first day. I mean, they have lattes, cappuccinos. They told me what they had, but have a nice menu so we know what we have. What's your extras?
So the number one question that I always get asked about this resort is it worth it if you don't plan to go to the parks? And yes, 100% yes. I look at the parks as a bonus. I don't think you need to go to the parks in order to find the value in the resort. The resort has so much to offer in itself. The food is just so good. I think the service is good. I, again, look at it as a bonus. I would come here and not go to the parks at all, and I wouldn't think that I wasn't getting my money's worth. I think the resort is just so unique, and everyone should come and see it for themselves to really, understand and experience what I'm talking about. I love that at the main pool they had little cubbies for your stuff, because sometimes you don't need a chair. You're just gonna go for a couple hours, you're gonna go swim around, and you just want a place to throw your shoes and your bag. And I thought that was really great, and I always say that. I wish more resorts would do something like that, like little lockers, little cubbies, something like that. And then lastly, I'm going to preface this by saying it had no impact on our stay whatsoever, but that there were very few Americans here, and it's so like the opposite of what we have experienced at every other resort. I would say that probably 80% of the guests were Mexican and spoke Spanish, and I love that they are, that the locals are able to come and experience this really beautiful resort. Again, we didn't care, but we did meet another couple that was like, oh my gosh, like nobody here speaks English, and they clearly were very lively, that's not the word, very social, and they wanted to meet other people, and they couldn't meet other people because they didn't speak Spanish, and the other people didn't speak English. But what I'm going to do now is have the boys give their review, and then we will check back in with you to wrap things up. All right, Ethan, are you ready for your interview? Okay, Ethan is 16 years old, and this is his 6th resort. Okay, what was the best meal you had here?
Probably gonna have to say Mexican. The first time we went, not for lunch today, when we had it for dinner. Everything was pretty good.
Was it a specific meal or just the Mexican in general?
Just the Mexican.
What was your favorite pool?
My favorite pool was probably the Decino rooftop pool because it had a very nice view and it also had like food, so you could order a drink, you could also order lunch, and you got to overlook the infinity pool and everything else.
What did you think about the beach?
So the beach was actually very nice. There was never any seaweed. There's also never any people. So if you enjoy the beach, like, it's not very large, but you know, you can definitely bring some towels out there and like get a few hours out of that beach. I went to that beach probably 4 times and I think I saw like 4 people at max. So definitely a pretty nice beach, can't lie.
How did you like the room?
I liked the room. I thought it was pretty spacious. You know, I mean, big enough that we got 3 people staying in there, 2 beds and a third with the pull-out. I think the bathroom's pretty nice. The only thing I didn't like is like the see-through shower, but I mean, nobody else is going in there when I needed like somebody was in the shower. But I think that was my only critique about the room.
What was your favorite drink?
Coke with a lime. Can't go wrong with it.
What would you change about the resort?
What I would change about this resort is the no ball policy, because what is that? Why are you trying to tell me that I can't throw my ball in the pool?
What was your favorite park?
Oh, it's a good one because
Well, you went to the Xcaret Park, you went to
well, yeah, that's not
Senses,
even,
and you went to Explore Fuego.
yeah, get that out of here. So obviously it's between Senses and Explore. I'm not going, like, they both were good. They each were very different parks. You know, one was more thrilling, you know, you're doing zip lines and the rings of fire and over trees and water slides that are really big. And then the other one's more of just like a laid back, but also still very fun. I really liked the dark, like, cave part at Senses, but also really liked the water slide at Explore. The zip lines were fun. I think I'm gonna have to go with Explore because I think there's more, like, there's a zip line at Senses, but you know, you have more zip lines, you have bigger zip lines, you have faster zip lines at Explore. And then the water slide was really fun, a lot more like drops than I intended, so it was very thrilling. So I think I would have to go with Explore Fuego, to be exact.
What was your favorite thing about the resort overall?
I mean, honestly, I think it's my favorite at everywhere I go. The fact that we go all-inclusive and I can just order as many things as I would like.
What would you rate the resort from a 1 to a 10, 10 being the best?
I would rate the resort an 8.3 on the scale.
Would you come back?
Yes. Hello, everybody. So we just got back from dinner and I have changed my review. Originally, I said the Mexican place and I didn't specify food, which I don't know if I'll be able to do this time because, you know, the food's all pretty great. But best restaurant by far is the Asian restaurant. You know, first night we had hibachi, pretty fire. This night I had ramen and a filet mignon. Can't beat it. Definitely the best restaurant and food that I've gotten on the trip. So I'm gonna have to change what I said. Mexican restaurant is still great, but that restaurant's better. That is all.
All right, Caden, are you ready for your interview?
I'm ready.
Okay, Caden is 16 years old and this is his 3rd resort. Okay, what was the best meal you had here?
Okay, the best meal that I had here at whatever this resort is called was probably the New York strip from the steak restaurant. I had a really good flavor, the texture was great.
What was your favorite pool?
My favorite pool had to be the biggest one, the infinity pool. I don't know, there's just something about being that close to the water. Plus it had a swimming bar. and I don't know, it was really easy to access.
What did you think about the beach?
The beach, I actually really liked it. You know, the sand was really nice. I didn't really go in the water too much. Dipped my feet in a few times, but the sand really sold me. There are a lot of rocks, so if you're gonna go on the beach, be careful. That's the only downside, but the beach was pretty good.
How'd you like the room?
I loved it. You know, I really can't complain. It was a nice room. I love the bathroom. I also love the openness. If you guys see the sink, like the sink's out in the open, it's really cool. TV was easy to use. We got Netflix, we got YouTube, Disney Plus. And I slept on a couch bed, which was really comfortable. So, you know, I really liked about every aspect of the room, the mini fridge, mini bar. It was great.
What was your favorite drink?
Okay, I was gonna say the iced coffee that I have from the coffee shop, but I just didn't get it enough to really like it. So I'm gonna just fall back on my reserve, which is a pina colada, because you can't go wrong with pina colada. Also, they put like coconut shavings on top, which I originally didn't like at first, but it low-key grew on me. So pina colada.
What would you change about the resort?
Probably the fact that you can't take food from the buffet or really anywhere else back to the room. Just because one night, me and Ethan, we tried to take, or the first night actually, we tried to take food back from the buffet to eat in the bubble bath, but we couldn't because the guy stopped us. So I would probably allow that. And then maybe make it like a tiny bit easier to navigate. Like, it wasn't too hard once we figured it out, but trying to figure it out was a bit of a nightmare. So that's probably what I'd change.
You visited 3 parks. What was your favorite?
That's really tough. Definitely not Xcaret Park. Didn't enjoy that. Fuego was really great, but I think it was a little too cavey. Like, I went through a lot of caves. They were very long, and some of them were dirty, but it was overall really cool. I love the zip lines. I love the water slide. It was a great experience, ATVs. But just because of the design, I'm going to say Census. I liked the main hub, and there was a little bit of caves, but it wasn't too much. You know, it was easy to navigate. There were cool photo ops, and overall, it was just a really good time. So probably Census.
What was your favorite thing about the resort overall?
Favorite thing has to be the church. Like, I don't know, man. Just the fact that there was a church here that I could go up and just spend time in, and it was just awesome, and it was a crazy coincidence, and I don't know, it was just so beautifully designed, and my morning walks up there were just amazing, so I'd definitely say the church. Also, another part that I really enjoyed was the water slide into the cove. I don't know, it's just very vacation-y for me. You know, it wasn't like just sitting in a pool, it was actually active, and the water was pretty warm, saw some cool fish, so that was really cool.
What would you rate the resort from a 1 to a 10, 10 being the best?
Okay, it's tough. It's really good. It's really good. It had great aspects. I'm probably gonna give it a solid 8.4. I'm gonna say an 8.4. So I mean, that's pretty high on my scale. But I mean, I think there was a few things they maybe could have done better, but they did a lot of things well. And overall, I'd say 8.4.
Would you come back?
I would. I would come back if I was older, and I'd probably stay in the Artistas building so I can get a different experience and probably do little things different, go different places, try new things. But, you know, it's a big resort, so we didn't really get to it all. We did most of it, but, you know, there's some other spots I'd like to go to and some other things I can enjoy if I came back. So I would.
Anything else you want to add?
Guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. I hope I did a great job, and I really showed you guys what it was like from my perspective of staying at this resort, and you know, I just had a really good vacation. I'm so thankful and so blessed to be here.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right, well, that's going to do it. I hope this review video was helpful to you. If you have any questions, please go ahead and leave them down below. If you did not see our daily vlogs from here, you're definitely going to want to check those out. We have 5 in-depth days where we vlog from sunup to sundown, show some parks, food, pools, all sorts of things. So I think that would be really helpful if you're on the fence about if this is the right resort for you.
Yeah, lots of fun.
We had so much fun. If you would like to book this resort, I would love to help you. I am a travel agent and I provide so much information about this resort. You can reach out to me on my website and submit a quote request at memoriesandmojitos.com and I will get right back to you. But again, if you have any questions, just leave them down below and we look forward to seeing you back in another vlog series. Bye.